What is a precinct in the voting process? Have you ever wondered what a precinct is and why it matters when you vote? Let's break it down in simple terms. A precinct is the smallest area designated for voting within a larger community, like a city or county. It is specifically created to help organize elections and ensure that everything runs smoothly on voting day. Each precinct has its own boundaries and a polling place where voters go to cast their ballots. This means that when you vote, you will go to a specific location based on where you live. The local government sets up these precincts to make the voting process easier and more efficient. The size of a precinct can vary quite a bit. Typically, a precinct may include anywhere from a few hundred to a few thousand registered voters. This number often depends on the local population and rules. When drawing precinct boundaries, several factors are taken into account. First, they need to fit within larger electoral districts. This ensures that everyone in a precinct votes for the same candidates and issues. Second, boundaries often follow natural features like rivers or roads, or they might align with neighborhood lines. This makes it easier for voters to identify their precinct. To keep things manageable, election officials aim to limit the number of voters in a precinct. For example, some places set a cap of around 2,000 to 5,000 voters per precinct. This helps avoid overcrowding at polling places and keeps the voting process smooth. Every 10 years, after the federal census, precinct lines can change. This is done to reflected population shifts and ensure that voters are still grouped fairly. Now let's talk about polling places. Each precinct has a specific location where voters go to vote. This could be a school, community center, or another public building. In some cases, multiple precincts might share a polling place, but they will have separate voting booths and ballot boxes. For first-time voters, knowing your precinct is very important. Your precinct determines the exact ballot you will receive, which includes the candidates and issues that matter to your area. It also tells you where to go to vote. If precinct boundaries change, your polling place or the races you vote on might change too. So, it's a good idea to check your precinct information before each election. In summary, a precinct is a key part of the voting process that helps organize voters into manageable groups. Understanding your precinct can make your voting experience smoother and more straightforward.